Right here. All right, can you bring her out? And then I saw Mr. Foley walking in. So he's coming up. All right, where's her attorney?
Right here, Your Honor.
All right. So you want to explain to me why you were dishonest about whether or not you would test positive for drugs? No, you looked me in the eye and you told me that you've never used drugs, that you will most definitely be negative. And then you said you could not provide a sample because you had already provided a sample. And then after I left, you informed everybody that you're going to be positive. So what are you going to be positive for? All right, when's the last time you used meth? All right. And how old are your children?
15.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't trust you to be driving your child when you're positive for meth. So your child is going to have to start taking a bus. And I don't trust you to be driving when you're high on meth when other people are out on the public roadways. Do you understand? So how often have you been using? All right, that's an issue.
Yes, I have.
Can I see her file, please? All right, we're going to change her conditions. We're going to go on the record. We're back on the record in 2022 CR 8088, State of Texas versus Erica Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the state? Defense?
I feel for the defendant, Erica Lang Lopez.
All right. So Ms. Lopez has just informed the court that she is going to be positive for marijuana and meth. And how often, just for the record, are you saying you're using meth? All right. So I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. I know that they may be booked, but please see if they can take her as quickly as possible. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation done. And if that TAP evaluation says inpatient treatment and felony drug court is not available, you're going to have to go into inpatient treatment because you're not doing any good to your children when you're using. So who would your children be staying with? All right. You need to make sure that you make all of your appointments with probation. If you do not, a motion to revoke will be filed. And what will end up happening is you will have your TAP evaluation at the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand? And I am going to want field visits. I'm going to want that 3 times per month until she is in some sort of program. So once she's either in felony drug court or inpatient, then I'll reconsider that. And she is to have no unsupervised contact with minors. So if your children are going to be staying with you, I realize they're teenagers, but if they're going to be staying with you, there's going to have to be another adult to supervise. And that adult is not going to be the person that you said you were involved with in this.
It's my daughter's college.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that she needs probation? Defense? So let me just tell you, in this court, honesty is the best policy because when you're placed on probation, I'm trying to set conditions so you can be successful. You understand? All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry,
Okay, all right, you're gonna have to do better. You have children you have to take care of. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Who's here on Alejandro Espina? All right, so, when do you want to bring him back?
Oh, thank you.
All right, we'll put it down for November 17th then.
Literally.
And I do see him on the Zoom.
I don't know if that's stored away or something.
Tell his attorney to let him know. Who's here on Michael Thompson?
That's me, Judge.
All right.
Mr. Thompson.
Mr. Ospino, you're going to be back on November 17th. November 17th, Mr. Ospino. Good afternoon. All right, and probation, there's no application here. The court is calling 2022 CR 9934 and 2022 CR 9435, State of Texas versus Michael Thompson. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Pat Montgomery for the defendant, Michael Thompson.
and are you Mr. Thompson?
President.
All right. Defense, I'm showing you what's entitled discovery acknowledgement. Have you received a discovery in each of these cause numbers, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Thompson, in each of the cause numbers, the court is showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Correct.
Did you understand them? All right. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State in each of the cause numbers, are you proceeding on the indictments as presented? All right, Mr. Thompson, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them? Did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
In 2022 CR 9934, you're charged with the offense of assault public servant bodily injury. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. In 2022 CR 9435, you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? In each of the cause numbers, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? In each of the cause numbers, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand? Did you understand in each of these cause numbers, by entering into a plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights? And in each of the cause numbers, that you intend to give up those rights and enter into plea bargain agreements in each of the cause numbers? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thompson, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter into these pleas? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review those with your attorney? Did you understand them? Counsel, he needs to sign this. In each of the cause numbers, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. Each of the cause numbers will run concurrently, and cause number 2022 CR 9435, there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Did you understand those to be the plea bargain agreement in each of the cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement? Yes. In each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions in either of these cause numbers?
No, Judge.
And cause number 2022 CR 9934, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And cause number 2022 CR 9435, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
No objections, Judge.
And each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, in each of the cause numbers of the review and states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor. We waive any pre-sentence investigation.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just to follow the plea agreement, Your Honor, which all parties have agreed to.
All right. And each of the cause numbers, the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and each of the cause numbers will run concurrently. And in cause number 2022 CR 9435, the court will also make an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
No.
And each of the cause numbers, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And each of the cause numbers, because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, Mr. Thompson, good luck to you. Do better. All right, Deputy Lord, all the jurors here?
Yes, they are.
All righty, so if you could take the inmates back then.
Your Honor, I'm gonna be on Saturday.
It'd have to be done during a break. Yes, yes.
Actually, honestly, this case supplies that to all, you know, the side and we have always.
Okay. All right, we'll do it at a break. Yes, we'll do it at a break. We'll do it at a break.
Not gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah, give myself.
What is your case?
Take on.
Your Honor, it is a, appeal on Joe
Oh,
Morales.
don't need, don't need.
Are you all ready?
We have a workout for like time recovery, Your Honor.
Okay.
When we come back and break a rule, but I'm in the 175th right now.
All right. just come in. What are you doing in the 175th?
We're in the trial lineup for, they're finishing their trial, in case we're doing another one.
Okay, let's see where we are.
Okay, I'll come back as soon as we get a break, Your Honor.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay, Brenna. I do not, where do I get the, that,
So now you won't go. You won't go.
okay,
Other case we met,
okay,
and then in the morning I'll show you.
okay, okay, awesome.
I'll have Mr. General, just set up, make sure the video is ready to start playing,
Okay,
if that's okay.
that's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And Mr. Foley?
Here it comes.
Okay, just one moment. Where's your client?
Right here.
Yes, tell her come in. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, he's putting him on in the face.
Yeah. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 8893, State of Texas versus Jessica Briones. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Michelle Hayden, Brittany Mitchell, and Michael Villarreal for the state.
John Polly, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Briones, she is present in the courtroom.
All right, and state if you could have the witness come back to the stand, please.
Do you want me to sit up here today?
Judge, we're getting a video queued up.
All right, have a seat. And you are still under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
This,
Yes.
I feel like every time I touch it, it's gonna fall down.
No, no, no. No, they were working with our technology.
Oh,
And I just did something. What happened here? Oh, that's not. me.
yeah, that's them.
All right, and Deputy Laura, if you could start the video.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and let's bring the jurors in.
All rise for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Detective Barnes, you have seen State's Exhibit 154, is that correct? That's the video of the September 12th interrogation.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
And that's been admitted in evidence in this case, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'd move to publish this to the jury.
And Your Honor, just for the record, we'd object to playing the whole thing under Rule 403 and 611 and offer to defense that we can help him find the portions that we timestamped that weren't played before.
Judge, we moved.
Defense, do you still wish to play the
ma'am.
entirety? All right, then that will be overruled. Counsel, do you want them to see the part where no one's in there, or you want to start? from a
No, that's
different-
fine, Judge. The
Okay.
state knows where that is.
Are you saying you want us to forward it to where they
If-
start talking?
To where she comes into the room. And Judge, also for the record, I'll note that the first video, which was September 5th, the state did play that one in its entirety. We're back to the record to make sure of that. So we're not going to be playing that. video.
Can you get something to drink? No, are you sure? Yeah. You want to come right back? Do you have anything in your pocket? I'll make sure there's sharp things. Okay, thank you. See, I'm gonna go to the water. just, like, you know, I'm looking for one. You're here. Voluntarily, you can do anything you want, you can stop talking to me anytime you want, okay? I know we gave you a right here, but we'll bring you back anytime you want. Justin, you understand what I told you though, right? That you can leave anytime you want, you understand? Okay, but I'm talking about today. Today we're here to talk about Olivia. Okay? Olivia and, you know, doctor's appointments and things like that. Okay? We're gonna go over some things that the doctor said and stuff like that. Has any doctor talked to you about Olivia? They said different things? Okay. Do you remember what any of them said? Okay. You remember what they said about any injuries or anything like that? Is that what they told you? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Well, talk to me about Olivia and how she acted. She a good girl, or she active? Tell me about it. I never told her, you know. What was it she understood? When you said she understood you, what was she understanding? It would be something, you know, and okay. What about, did she have a favorite game? She loved to dance. Okay. What kind of dancing? Like how did she dance? Okay. Did you spin the music or? Yeah. Did you have a favorite type of music? It was what? Okay. 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 Would you like music and you like dancing? What else would you like to do? Okay, so she loves reading. What else does she love to do? Okay. Oh, the Today Show? Okay. Another guy? What about, is she like any kind of sport or playground or anything like that? She like the playground? Did she go to the playground a lot? Yeah. Okay. Okay. When's the last time you took her to the playground? What about sports? Nothing like that? Is she very active? Like, did she like to run around and stuff, or was it just the dance? She just like running around all over, pretending she was a class, but when we moved to the new apartment, they was the carpet and the, she didn't like, she fell. And we got there and she wouldn't run. But it was so bad, because we had to learn like hair all the time, because I don't want her to fall. How long have you been in that apartment after all the changes? So she started doing all the dancing and running for that year? I will take her back and say, she could dance and it was kind of, you know, like, I think she was getting close to the bed. We were there on that one time, I was really so sad. And it's hard, and it's very, so, I wanted to get it. I can make sure she goes properly to it. Okay. Did you have a pediatrician for her? I wanted to have a regular doctor, but the one that I first came. He left, but she went up and see her one time, and they left to take her to another doctor that night. And then she left. Do you know their names or no? And then the first one was Dr. Undernosi. His father. Okay. Was that a specific place? You mentioned the clinic. At that clinic? What doctor's office is that? You know where it is? Is that Wiener? Is it a pediatric clinic or the doctor? Okay. And the other doctor? Was that also at that clinic? Okay. So when did you go take her to the doctor and you know? Only one visit? How did that visit go? Did she get back? Yeah. So that because I know it takes her records and being in production, making the big impact in the story. So they didn't, they just put it in the record, and so I lost track of it, and they didn't do that. Yeah. Okay. So Dr. you know, we were for 18 months. When did you see the one that Dr. something that first to see? When did you see that out? 18 months? Okay, any problem with that one? Did she get vaccinated then, or that's what you're talking about? She didn't? Okay, did you take her back? With the record? So at 18 months, you took her, and then I'm assuming the booster was only like a little bit later, or was it a long time later? A week later? Okay, so after 18 months, we had those visits. When's the next one? I walked out, they always schedule me for the next except for that. Okay, and I just say it's very good, and then I can like it. I can find another doctor, I wanted to find another doctor. A regular doctor, I mean, okay. So it's 18 months since the last doctor checkup visit. Okay, what about other doctor visits because of anything else, illness, injury, anything like that? Have you had any of those? And it was really scary. I didn't know what to do. It was late at night, and I was in but they were on nurses, and I didn't know for a while because they were the benefits of the therapy, and I guess like it felt like okay, all right, I follow that. Over a year ago. I might have woke up like this to the clinic and they got mad at me that I waited so long to bring it in. And then I stayed up with to make sure. I remember all the time. Okay. You remember how old you was when that happened? Okay. Any other visits like that or in your illness? And the one at the medical center, and the doctor is telling me, it's scary, so it just happens all the time. Kids are they think a lot, and have to get scared, get this. And then I took her, I went to the library, I had that piece of laptop again, I was trying to set it up. And I was trying to Wi-Fi, and I took it to the library, and I was trying to set it up, and then I came back. I was trying to put her down on the top of the stairs, because I had it in my bag, and whenever I put her down, my bag sometimes slipped and hit her on the face, and I didn't want to hit her on the face, because it was heavy. So I put her down, even though I still lived, so when I got inside the door, I opened the door, it was dark, I tried to put her behind the door as quickly as I could, and just get up before I could hit her, but knocked him down, and he started crying, and I remember I had my mom up his bicycle. I was too big for her, but it had fingers on the where the things were broken. And I looked inside the door, and I forgot. And I remember he was there, and then just, oh God, no, please don't come here. All the things to call him. I turned on the light, and he had, I know it's had fake. When did that happen? It was the week after being in the first time. Okay, so over a year ago. Okay, that kind of, I didn't even wait, I put a tissue on her, it was late, and that night, we used to have touch. But I didn't wait, I put a tissue on her, and I was just the last one. Any other ones that you remember? Has she been sick? No? Not really, not that. One time, playground, and we both had sick. You mean like a cold or something worse? Okay, how long ago was that? Okay. And you know, it went away. Any other illnesses? Has ever been diagnosed with anything? No? Okay. And any other injuries that you've had after? They had these benches side by side to test, where I had to decide the keyboard. And when I was there in sport, so they were just gonna start, like, make sure. Put on the eye of the face, so I tried to hold it up there, and bring a holder in one arm and put it on top of it, standing up. And bring a holder in one arm and trying to keep it with the other, because I put her leg out, sideways like that, and I in the time of this, like, really between the space, and the benches. And so you have to get them out again, and just really get them right, same place. That was when this made it, the review. Anything else you can remember? Oh, that I took her to the definitely free, nine, You like to turn out so fast, you know, I thought, I think it was helping, you know, what happened, I thought. You could know this, you know, and you looked at them, and I, you know, I just kind of didn't notice, so I figured, well, from next time. But then, a few months later, he was saying, as beautiful, my mom brought it a little, I know it's true, but she liked it, was a skateboard, you know, I never let her, you know, sit up and rock back and forth, but she sat on the ground, you know, the part where you put the foot, she sat on her back and flipped it up and she hit her right in the face, and then I'm her first, so I was just kind of giving someone like that. I called, you know, this is like crazy and stuff. There's 7 points here and there, and mother, and he was an extra mother, and he actually also he got tested and they took X-rays, and he told me why did this come from there? He told me that you know, he was so you can make it like that's really just to help me. And I think it gets cooking. But then maybe a month or two later, he was running out again and she fell and he somehow hit her come down right on that. They have the cushion there all over, that's right on the leg on the bottom, that's the way you circle. And the best part is that now he's not sure. He's not managed to fall. And he's now right there. And our other two, this is all, it started 2 weeks before she turned 2, and the other time is when she is 2. Yeah, this is all the same year. Yeah, you know, basically, this happened. Does he have any more than after that one? No. That's not why. He cut her mouth a lot. I want one to call and call and sometimes or you know, after the and I don't know, this is something you know, and then this is now. On the bottom of Sherwood. I was always so scary. More things are gonna fall out, but they were all right, so other than the ones you already told me, any other major injuries that you've gone to the doctor for? You know, here and there. You get a lot of touch in your head, you would, you know, had a little metal thread that I put in her hair and we fell a couple of times, but you know, I was like how big are we? Are they the ones that you know how you put them on and they down, or are they the ones that have a little piece that you open them and they stand down? Okay, and I had one for that. I found it outside. I used it on that. And then I have like I think that it was used, so I used that one. Yeah, I was getting for that. How did you borrow it from here normally? Outside. Like they keep your hair out of her quick class? Okay. I put it in. Like, what is her hat? A lot. I know your mom. Are you close to your mom? Do you see her a lot, or what kind of relationship y'all have? But I know it's always there, you know. But I got pregnant, I was so worried. So I was, I was smiling, I was doing really well, and but it's important, you know, get there no matter what you're gonna do, and I was so relieved, you know. It and it kind of felt a little bit disappointing because never expected that. Was the pregnancy planned? No, okay. Where's the father? Is he on the birth certificate? No, does he know? Did he even know you were pregnant? Yeah. He was there for the birth? No, he was there for the birth. You didn't like him? I never liked him. I never wanted him to be. This was not your boyfriend. No? Was he ever your friend or your boyfriend? How did you meet him? I was working at the other brother, he really jealous when he thought he was a guy. And he needs to very good mom. You know him before? So this guy, you went with a guy you like. What's his name? Joe. You went to the fraternity with Joe. I live all the way, like you can see, and it's something I have to keep the bus, but he said I could find out his room. Okay. Like, you know, he left me too, and you were, you know, just getting to know him. Okay. The first time I ever felt anything, you know, for anybody, and he was so sweet, you know. Okay, so you let go, and that's how you're at the fraternity now. And who's this other person? Okay, yeah. Okay, so like you and so. Did you know him before Joe? No. You did? I think the night before at dinner where they had to the place I was working with somebody else's guest. Okay. He invited me to come to the party. I got up for it, I got by. We're talking at St. Mary's Museum. Okay. Good. And just to say, I walked around, you know, I just kind of all over it, you know, yelling at my following. So I didn't want to go out at 9 o'clock, so I had to go to school. I had to rely on this guy. Okay. So I started spending time with him, and I was the first party of those that was crazy invited me from. And the other guy didn't know, I guess, that I was, you know, I was doing, yes, that I was, like, you know, that I was involved in. The whole time I was part of Joe. He helped me the whole night, you know, just like behind, like, walking, you know, the puppet. He didn't like hold me the whole time, just walking behind. And being, playing the game and the other guy over and give him a go. And they, I love everybody, always, happy and I wouldn't care. I love him. I felt like I would. I wanted everybody to do that and feel that way too, and I wanted to most of all the protection. At first we started, there's a friendship and talking, sometimes when it could in the family was so strong. We don't want to do it. Yeah, we don't want to do something. I didn't care. I just wanted to enjoy the moment, play the moment. It doesn't matter if I'm for a day or a week or a year, just to feel that we have to do something. Like a baby, that he was begging to spend time with him, the other guy, and he was knowing that the other guy decided something that was need to die. He didn't have that. I know he had to tell, but I know I'm really scared to tell him. I know I can help him. I love him. People call me not to do it. We were thinking of this meeting. I love Martin. I was gonna cover it up because, just Martin, but you're someone that I'm being a change. If I cover it up, it's not, so I'm proud. To have him know, but I love him. I don't have to go check on the other guy, but he hadn't gotten this, he was supposed to, his regular week fire was there, and he was supposed to get him go, but there was something like that, just clean his audit. He agreed, but how many can do with that, so I was worried that he was gonna do something, bad, and crazy. So I was, it was, and, he was over the door first, he was happy, he was smiling. So then he saw the Martin and he had his face and the door. And he got so upset when he went to him. He might still get a Peter and three service at the store. He was so upset that he didn't get what he wanted. And the exact word he didn't get what he wanted. He got it. He over there. And he said that he was backing out his car. And it was over there on the bike and he fit him and he built it. And he was like, but he was getting serious because he's getting his own as hard as you're backing up because I didn't get so. He didn't say, like, I thought he was excited because people said, all the time, I was excited. And when I left this case, again, he got, he was like, what is this thing? Capable of doing that, hurting someone who doesn't get what he wants. And he was talking, he didn't say, he meant it like, I felt like he was saying, he didn't get me. And that's what he was gonna do. Anyway, so I ended up saying that, sleeping, where you go. And he was, sometimes he was right, but I think Eric is confused and, he's out of the meeting. The other guy, he had to. He was better about it, he saw me. He offered to help me get a job, I remember when I had moved out of my apartment and they had taken some of my stuff. He was still my things that he was doing. And I didn't want to, when I put to the apartment on my mom's part. I didn't want to just. And finally, he could get hold of anybody else to help me with stuff. After that, I felt bad because I was meeting my first and five maybe it was 9 to 10, I maybe something get a little bit better. And then, I just let him go and, it won't have to be, I don't have to be mean to him. And, the next guy, but he was lying and he was constantly, at first he was lying about it and then eventually, and so you had a relationship with him for a little while. How long were you dating him? And what was that? 2009. And then he ended up. He came knocking on the door at one time when I was there. And we rushed out to try to get rid of her and then get rid of me. I'm pregnant and would you live together? That I would stay in your son. Have you graduated already? No, I have 1 year left at UTSA. I have to get a job to try to put that time. My boys got that stuff. Okay, so you didn't graduate? I didn't. You know you graduated from money? No, I was 1 year. Oh, you're great for 1 year. Oh, okay. So you're saying the same as the attorney house, but you had your own thing. Awesome. Yeah, I know. And y'all are dating. Yeah, I know that. I didn't want him to come. That's crazy. Did your mom know about this? I don't know. They didn't know her. No. And the time that they, my friends, you know, like, for a long time. So you're with them for how long? 3 months. Oh. It was 9 months, so we said, it was every month. Okay. And maybe a year altogether, and then finally, I found out about it. And yeah, he finally admitted to it, and you know, I thought that was it. He's not gonna come out of it, because he's not, and the girl was pregnant, and he started. Because he wanted to come by, it was the whole kind of thing, and friends, you know, so I let him come by. And he said, well, doing things that he's supposed to, and I just looked, and I was doing what he's doing, and, you know, I can just go the way he's doing. He was like, I was doing something wrong with helping him. You know, by that point, I was so confused, I didn't know what was wrong, and what was right. But, you know, he would keep coming by, and I just felt so wrong, because I don't do that to anybody. I'm not a good person. I can't dishonor something like that. Things like dishonor me. Because he's so custody. He's so sure it's dishonor. Oh, you're talking about the girl that you see much. Oh, but at that time, you know, told me about her, so I didn't know about me, but I didn't. So awful, horrible. At the end of the year, he finally found out that and his manager was calling me. I think he called me for me. I was putting the light in her. Say that it was been going on, but I'm reminded that I can't. So I told her. Truth, and I told her I was sorry. I said I was so sorry. So many times, you know, when she was pregnant, she was about to have her baby, and I told her, don't. He kept talking to me, I wanted to know details, how it's not just gonna hurt her, but. And then finally, one point, all of a sudden, he told me that after she had her baby, and then it was about it. And so I started that again, and you know, it filled me because I didn't know what he was doing. You know, he was work downtown, all kinds of places downtown, and I was scared I couldn't go downtown because he there to tell her he wrote down flowers and stuff. He didn't believe it. I don't know, so I ate home, my heart hurt. You know, here I wouldn't go out. I was scared to go anywhere because I didn't know where he was. I didn't know what was going on. And, you know, I was dying to ask. That wasn't for sure, but I was trying to ask her, but I gave my word. Home to stop bothering her. My word is promise. I didn't stop bothering her. I mean, I just bothered her. I didn't want to know that after that. But about a year later, I started getting my. I had it all that time. I remember into area code, and then I knew it had to be in the area code. And then Call and it's not in the morning. So I wasn't sure. And we look at the boys and yeah. And I told her my name. And I said, you know my husband. And I said, your husband, if I didn't know who he was, I didn't know him. And he gave me his name. And then that's when I realized that he famous in his way and got married. And I don't know how long he has gone, but he said that he said that he wants to call them and get her to send me messages. So we meet again and he said, I know you were just and I know you just had lunch with me yesterday. Another city, or 1 hour away and just kind of talk. I haven't seen him in 30 years. I know. It's both. And the mind and working the day and that's what it's like. And eventually we found out that it was or when that town apparently he was pregnant to and he was also as a friend on Facebook. No, I felt like I could be a supporter. I just wanted to support her. I don't know how people do that. So and yeah, I remember messages years like how to butcher a cow and all of the things that I would want to agreement. I don't know. And then do that again. So it was of course right away. It's like you know, I use the voice things for things that I can't wait to see you and I don't want to see you in the mind. And then when he started trying to text me, trying to call me up and see me and then I said no. And finally one point he started on the floor. And I just put on my earphones so that I didn't get scared into this honestly and I say I hear nothing. And so I applied to get too. And I started getting nervous that he thought that I'm very messages and that wanted to know what was going on and he hasn't telling me what he was doing when he was looking for a space. So I said it's a path for her if she was looking to going back to the other one. She was pregnant with the baby. She was asking me, that she was sure now that I was finding out from him to tell her what was going on. And I need to get to the point that I wanted to talk to him because I was in my door and she started getting jealous and talking a lot. I then I put up my phone and I first engaged and went out. I just walked the door because like I was a prisoner, not just scared. And I walked back in the door and that I didn't messages from some concern and I figured it would be so crazy. One of my friends I had police whenever that he always tell me about he had this thing that he had to think about it though, he was writing home, I mean I had this amazing soul and I was just getting cool with it. Lots of people tell me that. So, I got really to see inside, what I really wanted, what I really believed about the world. And then he was gonna, he understood me, but then all of a sudden I got messages from him saying that I was called him a disgusting person and asked how could I just do something like that and threatened me and told him that I was sleeping with her husband. And I didn't understand I was just so confused and what was going on, so I, you know, he was the only one there, of course, so I called him, and I was having him to talk to me, but I wasn't in, you know, public place the next day. And then an hour later, he showed up at my door in the mountains. Car, but he was really in here, but he's always alive over there, and he's not in the floor, and he's down. I thought him down there, facing around. So he's scared to go somewhere else. Being able to tell right. I didn't know that that's my place. I was scared, you know, I knew that I wouldn't really take it, but I knew that I was going to do whatever he did, whatever he wanted, and I didn't want to. So, you know, if you walk back to his place, I had a room, I figured it was there, and you know, at first it was just a talking, and then I felt it was that he was teaching the other room, you know. In the morning, you know, and that major and and off, and you know, that went to William, and started. He asked me, and I'm sure I was sure that's what I wanted, and I wanted it to be over, so I said, okay, and then he started doing it, and I wouldn't stop because it was making me uncomfortable. And he did. He said, so you don't have to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's lost in that, and I said, and then Thompson has put in, I didn't want that. But I didn't want to being on the street. They're okay, and we do it for them. That after that, I didn't help. Never wanted to do something. I hope and I pray, you know, something that happened on Friday. I didn't even get out of that. And I and then one of his wife, and then so the lead, you know, when they're thinking about one day. And I feel like it could happen. All the friends of mine, I didn't send me, you know, the kind of that I didn't get any money. And he said she didn't have any money either. He was staying with a friend of mine. And he said I could go to Planned Parenthood, tell them how I had been raped, but you know, I didn't really consider that rape. So I just tried to act out, and maybe it's not occurred there already. And 2 months later, I emergency. And I never go to the emergency, and I thought that we can pass out and not talk about that. You know, that I was pregnant, and you know, right away, I think I tried to, like, my number was blocked on the phone. I think I
Does anyone need a break? All right. All right, can you pause that, please? All right, remember to keep your badges displayed. No discussing the case with each other, no deliberating, no doing any research. If you hear someone talking about the case, just walk away. Everything that you need to know will happen from inside the courtroom. I'm going to give you all a break until 3 o'clock. Is that enough time for everyone? All right, everyone, please rise for the jurors. All right, everyone, please be seated. So how much more time do we have on the video?
Oh,
Is it 3 hours or more?
yeah, I mean, this
Oh,
video
wait,
is
no,
close
no,
to
no.
5 hours. We're
Yeah.
about an hour in and
There's like an hour and a half left.
Okay,
there's,
No.
no, there's.
Oh,
about
sorry, I'm sorry, 3.5
hours
hours.
left.
okay.
Judge, I wanted to mention too, I don't think we're supposed to start so late on Thursday, but I will follow up with the EMT at the on Thursday.
Okay, 8:50 in the morning? On Thursday?
Yeah, that was the earliest.
Okay, no, we
I'm
can,
sorry. Did you? About Thursday, was it something to do with the case or was it?
No, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
like, I mean, I don't think we're supposed to start until later that day anyhow, but.
Right. Is that?
Okay.
Judge, are we still keeping the same schedule that you had given earlier?
what is our schedule for Thursday?
So you want to cancel it off.
Yes, so we're gonna try to start, but I know you have your medical appointment. So we will start then on Thursday, when you come back from your medical appointment.
It's 8:50, it's in Stono. I mean, I would think like 10:30, 11,
Okay,
Did you say 8:50 or 8:15?
8:50. It was the earliest they had. They actually don't even open really until 9.
okay.
But
All right, so we'll put it as a start time at 11 then. You haven't canceled it yet, have you? If you have, that's fine.
I'll just reverse it. It's okay. I'll take care of it.
No, if you've already canceled it, that's fine.
No, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yes.
See, this is
I got
how
it.
things run efficiently in the
I
way
got it.
things. See, Brenda, I say it's not National Bosses Day, it's National Team Day. All right, so who is ready? Somebody wanted to approach me?
Judge, can I wait? Step down?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the rule has been invoked. Can't discuss your testimony with anyone except for attorneys for the state of the defense. All right, thank you. All right, and you have your,
I have a sentencing,
what is your client's name?
Ledesma.
You're getting him back. You're right here.
Okay. Could I have the file on Ledesma, please? Okay,
She said she was out in the hallway.
I just saw her, she's here.
If there is an NPR, Your Honor, whenever you're ready.
okay.
You should see it. For Tuesday.
Since you right.
All right, and I'm sorry, counselor, who is your client?
Eric Flores, Your Honor, he's right here in the back.
I think I'm gonna participate.
All right, if you just have, I don't have Flores, can you give me the file on Flores? Eric Flores.
Other way. There's the.
I'm gonna put it there earlier, Your Honor. Please come back.
Yes. All right, the party's on Isaiah Ledesma.
It's Joe. I got five.
Oh,
Someday it's gonna do a ball.
that's okay. All right, what is your name? All right, Brenda, you ready?
Ready.
Court, everyone, quiet down. The court is calling 2022 CR 6907B, State of Texas versus Isaiah Ledesma. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Brenda Levenstein.
And are you Mr. Ledesma?
Um,
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on September 6th. And this was scheduled for October 18th due to the PSI not being ready until that date. According to the plea bargaining agreement, it's to be a $1,500 fine. The state recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking some cases in consideration, and there is restitution. And the defendant agrees that he committed this offense as a party with Malik Lampton. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
All right, defense, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Isaiah is remorseful about this event, and he understands that he shouldn't have driven his friend away from this event and should not have been participating in this at all. I think he'll be a very good candidate for deferred adjudication. He has a very minimal criminal background, and he is very young. He doesn't, his family doesn't support him in a way that would be beneficial. He's got sisters that he's spoken to, but his mother is not, hasn't been cooperative. But he does have a girlfriend, and she's within the car the night of the event, or the day of the event. And I don't believe she was charged with anything, but she is his, she's the person that he counts on, and also the girlfriend's mother. And they're going to help him while he's on probation to make sure that he's employed and has a place to live, and really be what a family should be. And just would like you to follow the plea bargain in order that the contact with her be no harmful or injurious. I was looking at the PSI, and I think it doesn't really mention her. It mentions no contact with the complainant and the service.
All right, Mr. Ledesma, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. I'm gonna need you to speak up. So from looking at everything, of course, I'm not the one who accepted this plea, another judge did. But you were 17 at the time. Are you still 17? So are you living with this girlfriend? That's either yes or no.
No.
Were you living with her before?
She was living with me.
And how old is she?
She's going to be 17.
Okay, I don't know why her mom would allow that, but I can tell you, I'm not gonna allow it. Because you need to get your life together before you get involved in other relationships. It's nice that her mom may want to support you and I guess be the mother figure that maybe you never had, but you are not going to be living with this girlfriend. Do you understand? What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
One of all my charges dismissed, so I can go into the suit.
All right. You know, at some point in time, sometimes military is like, hey, we need a lot of people. We're in the middle of a war, but they may not accept you because of your history. And I don't say that to be mean. I say that because when people have dreams, their dreams must be based in reality. And this may be something that precludes you from being in the military. I don't know if that's true or not, but it may be. So you may not be able to do that. So if you're not able to do that, what are you going to be doing with the rest of your life? Did you finish school?
No.
Why not?
I was moving back and forth, like city to city. I never got a chance to actually stay in high school.
All right. So, I mean, things can happen. There are some people who never graduated from high school. They become multimillionaires. I guess it depends on what your idea of success is, but that's few and far between.
Don't want to be a piece of mechanics. That's something I really want to get into.
All right. Well, you're going to have to start making plans and following through on those plans on how to do that. Just saying it is not enough. You understand?
So,
All right, but I'm not gonna allow that young lady, what's her name?
Jennifer,
Yeah, she's not gonna be living with you. She needs to be living with her mom or living somewhere.
live with me.
Huh?
She doesn't live with me.
No, you said at one point in time she was living with you. So what I'm saying is she's not gonna be living with you anymore. You both need to, and I have no jurisdiction on her, but you both need to try to figure out what you're doing with your life before you get into relationships. And sometimes relationships last, but 17 is a little bit young in this day and age to be full-time commitment to one person. And then you all have this robbery case. That's an issue. You understand?
So,
All right, the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 8 years, deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. Take in consideration 684-926, 684-927. JN 207-4581. There's to be restitution to and no contact with Isaiah Miramontes. There's to be no contact with Malik Lampkin and Jennifer Trevino. Do you have any children? All right, don't have any, or think about having any until you get your life together. You understand? 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you have or you're going to, then 40 of those hours will be deducted. The court is going to order you to either get your GED, get your diploma, or enter into some sort of trade school and obtain your certificate. Once you do that, then the remaining of the community service hours will be waived. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs. Have you ever used drugs? And what would those drugs have been?
marijuana,
And what else? When's the last time you used marijuana?
4 months ago.
All right, I want him tested. You are not to use any drugs, of course. It's not allowed. You're not even allowed to drink alcohol while on probation. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So with him, we're going to do the UA hotline. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be field visits 2 times per month. Let's do that for about 4 months. Then if there's improvement, they can taper off with the field visits. And it says here that you agreed that you committed this offense as a party with Malik Lampkin. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. I want you to remember we're off the record. From here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could result in me potentially going to prison for 20 years. You understand? All right. And you said there's impact or something for this?
No.
Okay. Daniel? That's okay. Yes. And everyone, just give me 2 minutes, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on Joe Morales? What is happening with Joe Morales?
Number one allegation.
All right, could I have Joe Morales come forward? Court is calling 2022 CR 4012, State of Texas versus Joe Anthony Morales. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel, State of Texas.
Michael Dwight going, Mr. Morales.
Are you Mr. Morales? Showing you a document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Joe Anthony Morales who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 4012 for the offense of theft of aluminum, bronze, copper, brass on June 13, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you? State?
Violation condition number 1, on or about the 20th day of September 2022 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Joe Anthony Morales, committed the offense of theft in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, state waives all other violations.
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. So alternate amend conditions to include lifetime recovery.
All right, why would I do that when he has picked up another theft and he's on deferred adjudication for theft?
Your Honor, we believe it's all based on substance abuse problems, and that's why we're asking for lifetime recovery, so we can get that behind him and go on with life. He's never been to any type of recovery center before.
Well, he told me that he didn't have issues because that's why I gave him intensive outpatient treatment. He hasn't done anything. Why haven't you done anything since you've been on deferred adjudication?
I actually started the parenting class. I did 2 classes already for the probation course.
All right, and what's going to happen to this theft case that he just pled true to?
Your Honor, we were going to take that into consideration.
All right, I'll deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include, this is inpatient with lifetime,
Yes, Your Honor.
inpatient treatment with lifetime recovery. Upon release, there's to be the UA hotline. And what's the cause number you're taking in consideration?
That's gonna be cause number 693-287.
287?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morales, you had better start doing better. Nobody can help you if you don't ask for help, and nobody can help you if you don't want to help yourself, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Okay, cheers, John.
Yes.
So.
Jeremy Duque,
Okay, John.
court is calling 2022 CR 3839, State of Texas versus Jeremy Duque. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel S. Ford for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Brandon Lopez, from Mr. Duque.
And are you Jeremy Duque?
Yes, ma'am.
You're here for sentencing. You entered a plea of no contest on September 6th. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application. And they are taking in consideration County Court cause number 634-759. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report? State,
No, Your Honor.
defense?
No, perfect, Your Honor.
All right, the state is silent. What do you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client acknowledges guilt readily. I believe he was very upfront, honest in his staff and PSI about his past drug use and drinking. In discussions with Mr. Duque, he understands that alcohol and drugs have been involved. And in most of his issues with the courts, including this instant offense. That being said, I think his criminal history does not read as someone with a severe dependency issue. There's no history of drug-related offenses in the past that he's been convicted on. We understand that status has been recommended through the path of the Commission of Probation, but we're asking the court to consider the secondary recommendation of intensive outpatient treatment. My client understands that there is an important crossroads here in his life. This is a serious offense. What happened that night could have gone a lot of ways differently, much worse than it ended up. And he's willing to do whatever it takes, whatever the court asks for him moving forward. We are asking for deferred adjudication. We're asking that you hold the setup in advance and that you place him in intensive outpatient treatment. He does have his mom and dad here to support him, as well as his girlfriend. He's fully employed and been fully employed for the last year and a half. And he likes to continue. being employed.
If you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will get drug tested today. And what are you going to be positive for? All right.
Your Honor, I think he does. I think there's an admittance here that he is.
No, I
dealing with
appreciate,
serious issues.
no, I appreciate him admitting it, but I don't think your family knows you're testing positive, right? So you told them that you were going to be positive for cocaine today and that you've been using cocaine. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, so how often have you been using cocaine?
About 2 weeks.
All right, and what else? Do you have children?
No.
Who are you staying with?
I'm actually with him.
All right, so he's letting you live at his house? So where are you doing your cocaine?
With friends.
Those are not your friends.
Because we were.
So here's the thing. The state is remaining silent on your application. If you want to, I will send you to TDC right now for 2 years. You can do your time. You'll be done. You'll get out. Hopefully you will get your life together on your own. What I discovered is usually people don't get their life together on their own. Or if you want, I can give you deferred adjudication, but with deferred adjudication comes risk. And those risks are that if you were unsuccessful on this deferred adjudication, what will end up happening is you are looking at 10 years in the prison. And if you're going to be on probation in this court, you're going to have to stop using drugs. So which do you wish to do? All right, the court will sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. You're gonna do the UA hotline. And I want him to be tested weekly through the UA hotline. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. $1,500 fine. That will be probated. Take in consideration county court cause number 634-759. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. Probation, is there anything else that he needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else that you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, and this is what the court is going to order too. If he tests positive, after October 24th, I'm going to want a warrant issued, and then you're going to end up going into inpatient treatment. You understand? So whether or not you're in inpatient treatment or not is completely up to you. But I know that when you leave this courtroom, you better not use any more drugs. You understand? I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. Probation. Go ahead and do a TAP evaluation. And we're going to start with intensive outpatient treatment and sober meetings. Oh, I'm sorry. TAP has already been done. So let's do intensive outpatient treatment and sober meetings. But if he tests positive after that date, then he's going to be doing inpatient treatment. All right. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing about using drugs. People put whatever they want to put into drugs. There's no FDA approval. You could end up overdosing, could end up dying, and then your parents would end up burying you, and they would be very disappointed and heartbroken. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who's here on John Cavazos?
Thompson, he just stepped into the back.
Okay, thank you. Who's here on Caitlin Martinez?
I'm here, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with Caitlin Martinez?
Like, she was on the docket this morning, and I guess there was some confusion. She's present in the courtroom now about whether she was here. I know there was at least one jury panel in the hallway. And
Oh, she wasn't here. I mean, I marked it off. She wasn't present. So where is she? All right, what is happening with this case?
Judge, the last time we were here, there was a prosecutor who isn't normally in this court that was filling in. And he and I decided, and we reported to the court that in this case, she actually has 2 cases. There was a lot of contraband found in a vehicle, and the DA wanted to.
See who it is attributed to. So has that been done?
That I'm not aware of, Your Honor. I do remember this case. I know he reached out to SAT to schedule a meeting for him to come in.
Okay. So how much time do you need, state?
We have 3 weeks just in case. Something to happen.
All right, Ms. Fergus, can I have a 3-week reset on this case, please? All right, we're going to be back on November 14th, and you need to be on time. If you're not on time, what's going to end up happening is a warrant may be issued for your arrest, and we'll make sure you're on time because you'll be brought over from the jail. Okay?
I have the parking ticket that showed us here.
Yeah, but it's whether or not you're in court. All right, we'll see you on November 14th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, John Henry Cavazos. And then after this, we'll bring the jurors back in.
Can I sneak out and go to the bathroom?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Court is calling 2022 CR 6560, State of Texas versus John Henry Cavazos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
for the defense? All right, and are you Mr. Cavazos?
Sure.
All right, you entered a plea of guilty on September 6th. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the state is proceeding on paragraph B. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years. The state is opposing your applications, and they're taking several cases into consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense?
Yes.
All right, any objections, state,
No objection to PSI.
defense?
No, no.
Any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, just one.
All right, bring them forward.
State House Michael Martinez.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. State.
Mr. Martinez, how did you know the defendant in this case?
Okay, can you make sure you speak up so I can hear?
You're gonna have to repeat all of that.
Sorry, my voice is in this, so that,
Okay.
I know him by the neighbor. He wasn't my neighbor's, boyfriend, yeah, burglarizer, all. We found the camera.
And we did this for,
December 19th.
and what did he burgle, what did he take?
PS4, V4 presents, and our big flat screen TV.
And were any of these items meant as gifts for Christmas? Were any of these items supposed to be gifts for Christmas?
Yes.
And when you found out that he had entered your home, what did you do?
I got home, and lowered the TV. From there, I called the cops.
Did you end up staying at that home? After
Goes to
that day?
Mr. Hilly. Thank you.
No,
Where did you end up staying?
I think that was staying at my sister's house.
And why were you having to stay there?
Well, protecting my kids. And they did that.
How many people reside in your home?
4.
Who are they?
Oh, my wife, me, and my 2 kids, my daughters,
How old are they?
9 and 11.
How did this affect your family that Christmas?
I'm afraid. Very.
And has it still affected them to this day? Past ones.
No questions.
All right, thank you so much for coming in. All right, any other witnesses?
No.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, I called the wife.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear, affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. Defense.
Can you please state how you know my client and how long you have known him, in what capacity?
I've known him for about 8.5 years.
Okay, so everyone needs to speak up so the court reporter can hear.
I've known him about 1.5 years already.
And who are you to him?
Uh,
And at this point, do you know what he's charged with, the various charges?
already.
And do you know some other charges as well that were taken part of the plea bargain?
Okay.
Do you know anything about his past?
Add it up against.
Okay. do you know anything about his substance abuse issues? Does he need outpatient treatment? Does he inpatient treatment, if you know? And at this point, do you know that this court is about to decide between probation and between prison up to maybe 15 years? What are your wishes?
For him to come out
And stay where?
with
And is anyone in your household on felony probation? Has a felony passed?
um,
So you would have to, you both would have to ask the court for permission to stay with each other?
Yeah.
And what are you on probation for?
drug possession with intent to deliver.
Out of what court? And at this point, who else lives in the household?
Just me and my 12-year-old.
I can't even hear. You and who else lives there?
Me and my 12-year-old.
All right, thank you.
And if given a chance with probation, do you know whether he ever was on probation?
Not that I know.
How long have you been on probation?
He's 20.
Okay, so you have been doing good on probation? And you don't think that he may be a danger to your success on probation?
No.
Okay, and does he have any kind of job prospect that you know?
No.
Okay, but do you think he's going to find a job? In the last year that you knew him, did he ever work legally?
I here and there.
You know, in the last year, he picked up various felonies. Why do you think this court should trust him now not to pick up any more felonies?
The thing with that is that I'm allowing him to come with me so I can help him out. Like, I want him to do better. And I know he can if he with me.
And are you aware that he has another 4 children to provide for? And do you know whether he has been providing last year in addition to your child for his children as well? Has he?
Or a baby, yes.
And what about his other 3 children?
I don't know.
Okay, I pass the witness.
Just a few questions. So you were been dating him for about a year and a half, right? You're aware that this offense occurred in December of 2021.
Yes.
And it was alleged that he committed it with a woman by the name of April Zuniga. Are you aware of that?
No.
Do you know who April Zuniga is? Ask him.
All right, I have a question if there's no objection.
No objection from the state?
All right, so you have a 12-year-old at your home and you are currently on probation?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. Just one second. No, this has just really gone haywire. They messed with the screen, Brenna. All right, so let me ask you this. You have a 12-year-old at your home. All right, have you looked at his criminal history? So why do you think he has a burglary of a vehicle from 2010. Why do you think he would be a good influence on your 12-year-old?
I don't see any of it. But
Well, do you know that he has an assault bodily injury married that he did time for? I'm sorry? All right, and he has a robbery case that he did 5 years for. Did you know that? That he had an aggravated robbery case that was dismissed. Did you know that? That he had a felon in possession of a firearm. Did you know that? That he had an assault family second that he was on bond for, and then he picked up violations for that being on bond for assault. Did you know that he had a tampering with the government record from 2020 and he was sentenced to 8 months in the state jail facility?
No.
All right, and you know he has a burglary of a habitation right now where he went into someone's house. Did you know that? So my question for you is, why would you have someone in your home around your 12-year-old daughter and it appears you know absolutely nothing about him? That's my question.
I think it's changed.
Based upon what? What has he done to show you that he's changed? He's been at the Bear County Jail.
Yeah, I talk to him every day. We talk about what we're gonna do, how we're gonna improve.
Mm-hmm. And does your have your 12-year-old met him? So have you even inquired of her whether or not she wants this stranger living with you all?
Yeah, she talks here and there.
What does that mean? She talks to him here and there.
Like, so she picks up my phone and they'll talk here and there.
So you're letting your 12-year-old speak to someone at the Bear County Jail and you don't even know his criminal history. Any other questions?
Nothing else? That has-
All right. Thank you. And probation?
Yes,
With regards to that witness who just testified, who's on probation out at this court, I want her name. I want to make sure that somebody's visiting her and making sure that her 12-year-old is protected from her making decisions with people she know nothing about.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there any argument?
Yes, Your Honor, brief argument. So from the defendant's criminal history, he's been put on probation for a misdemeanor case at least 5 times in the last decade. Each one of them ended in a revocation. He's also been put on felony supervision twice within the last 10 years. Again, both times were revoked. He was sent to either the state jail facilities or the TTC. Again, he's already been convicted of robbery previously. This is an escalation now, where now it's not just people that are random or that he had no idea who they were. These were someone that were his girlfriend's neighbors. He knew who they were. He targeted them specifically. Again, the state's asking for you to follow the agreement, go to the maximum of the cap, and since the defendant for 15 years CDC.
Defense.
Respectfully, as documented in the PSI report, he does have at the time of the various offenses that we are here for, he did have a lot of meth and a lot of other substances in his body. And I'm not making excuses, obviously, but maybe that's he was looking for help. And at this point, obviously he didn't get help before. Why do we continue the cycle? Send him away and he comes out, nothing happens.
Okay.
Why not give him?
All right, Mr. Cavazos, I'm gonna help you stop the cycle, okay? I'm finding you guilty. I'm taking in consideration 2020 CR 6690, 2022 CR 6691. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent, sentencing you to 15 years in the prison, giving you credit for any time served. I'll ask for the therapeutic community that will help you with any drug issues you may have. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
No.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Probation. Also, with regards to that witness, please put in conditions, she is not allowed to let her 12-year-old daughter talk to anyone who is in custody in any type of institutional facility for criminal charges. Her daughter is not allowed, and she's not allowed her to go to Bear County Jail and visit someone or go to the prison and visit anyone who's in custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, who is the person in the box? All right, that's what's his name? What's your name, sir? All right. All right, Jessica Gonzalez, if you can come forward. And then after that, we'll bring the jury back in. Okay. Okay. All right, and Brenna, you can take your break now because we're not going to need a
Okay.
reporter for this part.
Your Honor, may I have excuse?
Yes. Right, I don't have his violation report. Jessica Gonzalez. That's Botello. All right, I'm just trying to find your violation report, okay?
Okay.
So how you been doing since you've been on probation?
I've been doing good
Okay. So what have you been doing?
in jail.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easy to do good in jail, but I know that I wanted you to have treatment, but they said that you would qualify for perhaps felony drug court. But they're not going to take you because they are full, I believe. All right, thank you.
I can make a copy in the back.
Oh, no, this is fine. So here's the thing about you, Mr. Oh, this is Richard Gonzalez. Norma, this is Richard Gonzalez. I have the file for Justin Gonzalez. Are you Justin?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Yes. So is he here for a violation report or no?
Justin Gonzalez is here for compliance. He didn't qualify for DVR and after judge.
Okay. Thank you.
So we also have a Richard Gonzalez that's in jail on a violation report.
So he was probation
Yes, Your Honor.
on Justin James Gonzalez. I just have that he wasn't felony drug court is full.
I sent you, I think I sent you an email this morning. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right, let me check. Oh, that's okay. It happens. Let me see.
So for felony drug court,
Mhm.
he didn't qualify, and then for DRF, he didn't qualify.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do then. I found it, I think. For him, then we're gonna start off with let's start off then with intensive outpatient treatment. And then what we will do is we will do the UA hotline, and I'm going to want to test it weekly. And refer him to the Center for Healthcare Services. We'll see if they say anything. And if we can, I already ordered the field visit, so I'm going to try you on outpatient treatment. Where are you going to be living?
I'm gonna be living with my uncle.
All right, does your uncle want you there? Have you
Yes.
cleared that with him?
Yes, he does want me there, and he doesn't really want me to start working right away, but I do want to start working, but whenever he tells me he allows me to, and with the probation.
Okay,
Permission of the probation, because I have a commercial driver license. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm our local truck driver.
okay. All right, so just make sure that you stay in contact with probation, because if you don't, what's going to end up happening is the warrant's going to be issued and you're going to be back at the Bear County Jail.
I don't want that.
Okay,
Okay,
all right, thank you.
thank you.
All right, we'll take care of this and then I'll take care of these two.
And then the one that one piece here on
Mhm.
Louis Martinez is supposed to show up for Just Stop.
Mhm.
And Just Stop said he doesn't know, he don't know where Louis Martinez is.
Okay, can you line them up?
So can you recall it for next Tuesday?
Okay,
And he's here. He's been here since this morning.
all right, Mr. Michael Enzana. We're gonna recall your case. Your attorney is not present. We're gonna, and your attorney wasn't here today, so we're gonna recall you for October 25th. Just come forward to get your reset form. And then are we ready to go on the video? Still under oath. Okay. And just so everyone remembers, we're going to until 4:30 today. Okay. Yes.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense,
Check cards before the break, we left off at 11:42:38.
Yes, sir.
And that's, stage 154,
Yes, sir.
and, so we were.
have enough. in time in this time. How often do you hear about it? Okay. Lately, did it change? When's the last time you answered the phone? Remind me. No, I mean like actually being there, not with roster, you know, the cash. You never actually wanted to buy them. You're talking about throwing out the cash, you went with you to pull the cash out? you never have to be that. You always have to be. You didn't. I'm like, you know, I don't agree. Not really, or just not. You always have. Have you had here's the baby one. That one. Anything that you have, something that over time, many of the all in out of time. Okay, so the door and then one thing. And how did it do? I on it and yeah, it's good. Did it look like something you needed to be looking for? When you say having a bathroom, you close the bathroom door, actually, or you close that, like what? What about for? The right arm was the white room. Oh, that's not the beginning. Did it hurt her much? Was that like a smart one? Anything else happened in that room? You're not able, or we had a problem. Remember for the closing myself here? You don't know how to get out. You hadn't seen it before. What about your eye? On Saturday, one man saw the eyes, you don't have your eye. And veteran? Okay. Here's what I'm having for you. Here. That was okay. And your accent or anything like that. Besides minor faults, maybe my main friend. Correct. And things like that. So that. It doesn't sound like everything she's telling me all personally. I mean, it doesn't sound like you're on your mind. But I mean, like, run around like, you're falling, or you're looking for your phone. Like, put it down. We talked about. No. Why do you consider that? And then some of the food why do you do that? When you think pretty concerned about the first, why do you do that? You're perfect. We need organized. We said you didn't want to know. Right now. Wait on that. This is not kind of thing you're talking about before. You did better? You know, the other thing you were looking up, probably for Tonya. I think it's set up. And then the other one we find out that we have, what kind of phone is that? So you're saying that the smartphone is. The solar phone that. So that's the well point is right now. Anything else? We didn't talk about, you know, Let me ask you this, but I knew that we spent a lot of universities with this stuff. Were you writing with the doctors, because you were worried with the doctors today about her condition? I mean, you're, at this point, what you do on, okay? If you brought her in, what would be, what would you worry about? That means we're worried that we're gonna call you down, we're gonna be either away from you, what was you worried about? We're worried about what actually taking you. Because, that's true. And kids, but you know, going fall, and hurt themselves, to get small car, things like that, okay? The problem here though, is that your daughter and multiple injuries on multiple parts of her body, all at the same time. And just make fun of me, but definitely when it's something, something about here, that one here, and that's here, that's. We're talking about needed injury, we're talking about needed injury on her own. We want to injury on her, first time, and we didn't do things to get injured. Resolved. But something, you're talking something, okay? You're talking about all that happened on Friday. Okay, and she was fine. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So there's no problem. It's not happening. Thinking a lot more, but other than that, you know, having problems walking, talking, feeling, complaining, and getting problems. What happened? You come back, that's certainly not all. You, about 4 years old, and you go walking around them, right? On the top of it, throwing himself, and wings. Just like you know. A few fall. They put their hands out, right? They try and raise themselves, they go into fall over like a tree fall. And then when you have to raise. Yeah. Monday, Sunday, and 11. Before that, you can claim them on the payment and you can then pay on for the person. That's all that happens.
All right, if you could pause it right there, please. All right, and if I could have parties approach. And bring it, is the white noise.
Yeah, this is. Hey.
That's okay. All right, everyone. So we're going to come back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. I just have one case that's scheduled. We were able to move everything off the docket. So that one case should be taken care of. It has absolutely nothing to do with this case. I know that you see people coming in and out of this door, but like I've told you before, it's absolutely nothing related to this case. I still have a docket that's going, even though we're in trial. So you've heard evidence in this case. You're not allowed to discuss it amongst yourself. There's to be no research. Everything you need to know about this case will come from inside this courtroom. If you hear anybody speaking about this, or if you see anything, just turn it off and make sure you have your badges displayed so that people will know not to discuss things around you. All right. And I'm being told by both parties approximately how many more hours on the video?
2 hours, 20 minutes in this one, and then another hour and 20 minutes the last one.
All right. So we will come back tomorrow at 9:15. All right, everyone, please rise for the jurors.